So in the last couple of videos, I showed you guys how to make this epic RC ramp out of just plywood, and it's great. It works awesome. I've sent my Typhon on this thing, and holy smokes, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description because that was epic. But it's just, being drilled into plywood, it's kind of made the screws a little bit fragile, and so as I've been coming off the side here having the chassis scrape, you can see it's just blowing all the screws off. And then yeah, not even sure how that happened, but today I'm going to be showing you guys how to reinforce this thing and make sure that it can stand up to whatever kind of crap you give it. Alright guys, so got myself a bunch of wood, a drill, a saw, some safety goggles, and a pencil so I can, mark where I need to cut this stuff. The darker stuff is treated wood, which means it's waterproof. I couldn't get it all in treated wood, so, I'll use what I can get. Again, this stuff is just from a construction yard, so if you can find some spare wood that they don't need, you're good. So let's get started by getting rid of these braces down here. Alright guys, so now let's get this one off the back here. Alright, so now that we've gotten all the old boards off of here, we are going to keep the sides and the top plywood. We're just going to be using the 2x4s to brace it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to see how long I need this to be. So I don't want it to fit inside of here, so right around there. All right, there we go. Got that, drawn where I want it. So now just got to prop this up on something. Probably going to use the old tires again and cut it off. All right, so let's just lop it off nice and straight here. All right, looks like I got it pretty much perfect. All right, let's get this in here. It's a little bit on the short side, so, and I cut the next one, so just make sure to make it a tiny little bit longer, maybe a couple centimeters. Okay, so to get the size consistent, I got this one on here, and to make it a little bit longer, I just pushed it a tiny little bit forward, so now I can just, all right, so now this one should be the perfect size. Alright guys, so for this really thick one here, I'm just gonna cut this in half, and it should still be thick enough, so. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I should still be able to screw into those. Man, that's a lot of sawdust. Alright guys, almost forgot. I also have to cut these ones, so let's do that. It's close enough. Alright guys, so now that I've got those boards cut out, we're gonna line them up on the underside of this main board here. Let's get started. Up front here, I don't want to put it at the very front because that's gonna be sticking out, so I'm gonna put it probably back here, a couple inches back. All right guys, so I'm actually gonna just drill through this top piece here real quick. All right, so got my little screw poking out here. Just gonna screw the board on. All right, so now let's do it on the other side. All right, perfect. So now our ramp is actually straight as well. Before it kind of was bending inward. So this is gonna help a lot. And now let's just screw it on from the sides. All right, guys, well, I was just looking back and editing the video, and I realized that my phone deleted some of the footage of building it. I was putting that first board on there, and yeah. So anyway, all I did, screwed it onto the side here and onto the top here on both sides. But yeah, I'll show you guys how to do it on the other ones. Alright, let's get all these screws out of here so that I can actually get this screw to fit into there. Alright, so now for this top one, just gonna flip the ramp over just like that, and it'll make it way easier to get inside of here. Alright, so now I just gotta get one of these bigger boards on, and I'm gonna put it right about here. Should be just about perfect, so let's get that screwed in. Alright, now the other side. Alright, beautiful. So now let's get the side screwed on here. Alright, so I got that side down. Let's do this side now. Alright, guys, so now we've got ourselves one heck of a sturdy ramp, especially compared to before. So now all we got to do is get some supports on the back here, and on the bottom put the wheels on those supports so that we can roll it around just like we used to. And yeah, we'll have one epic jump. I really love this jump. It's a great jump. If you missed the first part where I actually built kind of the base that I'm using right now, I'll put a link to that video in the description. But yeah, guys, it's a great ramp. I'll also put a link in the description to my Arma Typhon unboxing. I sent that thing off of this, and holy smokes, I love it. It's portable, it's fun, really kicks the cars in the air because of this little kicker up here. So yeah, great ramp. So let's get the rest of the supports on here, and then yeah, we'll have ourselves a great ramp once again. All right, guys, so losing daylight here, but gonna put this bottom one right around here. All right, that is nice and solid. So let's get the wheels off of the old board over there and get them onto this new one. All right, just like I said in the first video, gonna want to get these as low as possible and as far out as possible. So here should be good. All right, now for the next wheel. All right, guys, so far so good. It's getting kind of dark out, so let's resume this in the morning. All right, guys, so next day. Sorry, it's kind of loud outside. I'm gonna split this board, and yeah, we're gonna use this for the bottom supports. All right, so now we need to cut this one right here. All right, so now let's get this top one on first. I'm gonna put it probably right about here. All right, beautiful. Now let's get this last board onto here, and we'll have ourselves one awesome ramp. I'm gonna put this one right about here. All right, guys, there we go. One complete reinforced ramp. I don't think I'm gonna add another bar here, just because it's a little bit unnecessary. If I notice it needs it, then I will, but for now, this should be good. All right, let's test this thing out. All right, guys, got my Losi Tenacity out here. And video coming out on this thing soon. The video I'm going to be putting out, I'm going to be explaining why this thing could very well be the Traxxas Slash Killer. Ooh. This ramp is great as ever. I really am glad I built that thing. It's the perfect backyard ramp. And ramp for literally anywhere else. Because I mean, it's so portable. And plus, I mean, it really does keep these cars in the air. Oh yeah, guys, I love this truck. Video on this thing is coming out very soon, so be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss that. Oh. Alright guys, well, I think that's good. This thing is awesome. You know, putting these 2x4s instead of plywood really stiffened it up. I mean, holy smokes, it's a lot more rigid now. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything else like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.